Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Kristi. Today we're gonna go over a few snacks. This is one thing I get asked the most. People send messages, DM me, email me, ask over on the Facebook group. They wanna know, what can I eat when I got no carbs left to spare for the day? Now, we're not gonna talk about zero net carb foods. We're gonna be talking about zero carb foods, or pretty close. So just in case you don't know, companies are allowed to round down. So even if something is like 0.9 carbs, they can round that down to 0. So even when the nutritional label reads 0, just realize some things when we're talking about veggies and stuff like that, were probably rounded down. So don't eat like 15 pickles because you are gonna end up with some carbs. But you guys probably already know that. So if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell before you leave. Follow me on my other social media accounts. All of those will be linked down below in the description box for you. That way you can click on them and it'll take you right on over. We're talking Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course that amazing Facebook group. Also down in that description box, tons of discount codes. So never pay full price. Make sure you use those codes and save some money. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get to all of them. So in the comments, give me your favorite zero carb or pretty close to zero carb snack that you like. Is it crunchy? Is it salty? Is it sweet? If I can compile enough of those, we may do a part 2. Okay, let me pull up a chair and go ahead and get started. I was planning on filming outside today, but the mower's here. I do want to let you know about a new product that was just released for pre-sale by Perfect Keto. So you can go ahead and order your mac and cheese in advance. Till the 29th, you can save up to 30% off. It's going to be a tiered discount. So of course, the more you buy, the more you save. And you can mix and match items. I'll have that in the description box. All you need to do is just click on the link. I'm gonna start out with one of my go-to sweets. Now, this is a little unconventional when we're talking about zero carb foods. But when I have a sweet tooth and I don't wanna consume any carbs, because for me, when I do consume carbs, I have to dose for those with insulin. But maybe you're out of carbs for the day, but you still want something sweet. Do you know what I reach for? Soda. Diet sodas, of course, but there are so many of those to choose from. Right now, as far as diet sodas go, I'm obsessed with this grape one that I found. It's the Faygo Diet Grape. If you want something sweet and you have no carbs left for the day, you've got so many options. You can take your LaCroix and add Jordan's skinny syrups. You know, there's probably what, about 50 or 60 of these on the market. Make sure you're getting the sugar-free. You don't have to get the keto-friendly ones. Just the sugar-free, 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carb variety. They're on Amazon. You can get them from the website. They have them at Ross's, Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, pretty much everywhere. Now, while we're talking about drinks, let's go ahead and finish off that category. You can make iced coffees. Also adding different Jordan's skinny syrups to those, 0 carbs. If you want to make snow cones and munch on something that way, you can. My Ninja will pulverize ice and make snow cone ice. What are we going to pour over top of that? You guessed it, the Jordan skinny syrups. That way you're getting the crunch and you're getting the sweetness all in one. If you're looking for crunch and savory, you can't go wrong with pork rinds. Did you know that Porking Good has a salted butter? I mean, come on. 4505. I recently found this massive bag at Sam's for like $3. We got several. This one is the classic. It is going to be the chili and salt. Not all pork rinds are going to be created equal, so you do need to look on the back at the nutritional information and check that carb count, because some may be adding in maltodextrin, dextrose, and sugar. When those are added in large quantities, it is going to increase that that carb count, so you may go over for the day. It's hard to go wrong though if you go with plain. I don't think I've ever seen any plain or original flavored pork rinds that have carbs. But seriously, if you're looking for crunch, this is the perfect snack. Thankfully, I always loved pork rinds even before keto. Well, you knew I was gonna snack while we sit here and chatted, right? I can't help myself. These pork rinds, they have the best consistency. It's like you're not getting those hard pieces. I'm not a fan of those. They're nice and fluffy and airy. So good. Jerky and little shorty sausages. Lots of companies now are making those without sugar. Now, the majority of the time, sugars or some kind of sweetener like that has to be added into jerky during the curing process, but it's at a minimal amount, so it doesn't affect the carb count. Again, that may be 0.9. We honestly have no idea. Always, with everything that I'm talking about today, check your label though. But if you like jerky, like we do, lots of different ones on the market, and you'll see on the front of the packaging it'll say 0 sugar. I like to snack on jerkies because it is super filling. I know that I have found one at Aldi. I think it's the Tillamook that's also available in the 0 sugar. Super filling, so when I am famished and my belly's empty and I don't want to pile on a ton of carbs, it's one of my go-tos. Cheese, cheese, and more cheese. There's so many options. Cheese sticks, sliced cheese, moon cheese, cheese wisps. You can even make your own at home with the ultra thin or thin sliced cheese. That way you can customize your crunchy cheese crackers. All you gotta do is take a slice of this, cut it into 4s, put it on a cooking sheet, parchment paper, in the oven, 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. You can make your own cheese wisps, but the tip to that is you're gonna need to use thin or ultra thin. And then you can put whatever seasonings you want that are keto, low carb, and diabetic friendly, and you can have a different version every single time. I like to make these with coarse salt over the top. I actually have some that I made yesterday. Let me get those. Don't judge me. I had them in my nightstand beside the bed because I like to snack at night when I'm in bed unwinding. Here's what they look like. There's my version of a little low carb cracker that's made of cheese. And like I said, you're gonna be able to put whatever you want on these. But you gotta hear this crunch. Ready? Yum. If you make them, store them in something airtight. They're good for days. Sweet or salty, totally up to you. If you want to make a cream cheese based fat bomb. Of course, it is going to be a little higher in calories than obviously fat because the name is fat bomb. Super low, and depending on your ingredients, probably 0 carbs. I always suggest using the Philadelphia brand cream cheese because that one is 0 carbs. If you look in stores at the store brands, a lot of those are going to be 1. Philadelphia probably rounded down, truthfully. Cream cheese fat bombs with everything but the bagel seasoning on those. There's your savory one. You can even add some spices into that if you want. There are some sweet ones that are going to be like little cheesecake fat bombs. Seriously, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, over here, you're going to be able to find them everywhere. A lot of your deli meats that you pick up will also be 0 carb. So if you want to take some deli meat, like some thin sliced ham, add in some cream cheese or a slice of cheese, and maybe even a pickle or a slice of bacon, roll that up. That's a hearty little snack as well. And speaking of pickles and bacon, don't forget about those. As far as pickles go, you're not going to want to pick up like bread and butter or anything like your sweet relish, unless you can find those in no sugar added and sugar free, because I know at my local Publix you can get them that way. But you guys already know I love me some pickles. I've shown in a previous video, because I did find it over on TikTok, where you take your little muffin pans, sprinkle in some shredded cheese, put one of the hamburger chip pickles inside that, sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top, put it in the oven and bake it, and then you've got a cheese pickle chip. They're so good. I like to dip those in a mayo based sauce. So what I'll do is I'll take like a spoonful of mayonnaise and maybe sprinkle in some jalapeno seasonings or something spicy that's 0 carb and make like a little dip. The longer I sit here and talk about all of these snacks, the hungrier I get. I feel like I need to make me some of those pickled cheese chips. Oh, speaking of chips, don't forget about pepperonis. You can eat them just like they are and pair them with a string cheese, 0 carbs. Or you can take your pepperonis and you can put them in the air fryer, the oven, or the microwave. You're gonna crisp them up and you're gonna have pepperoni chips. Now, if you dip them in a marinara, the marinara is gonna give you some carbs, but you can come up with some recipe that's mayonnaise based that's gonna give you 0 carbs. If you're looking for something that's not food based, that requires chewing, you want something warm on your stomach, then look into bone broth also. A lot of your bone broths are gonna give you additional collagen, and you know I'm all about that collagen. Kettle and Fire has a really good one, and they do have different varieties and flavors for you to choose from. But sipping on bone broth or something warm always gives me that full feeling. You know my love of Jello, Gelatin, Gummies. So I pick this massive box up every single time I go to Walmart. It's the Great Value brand, and it's the gelatin packets. This way you can make your own Jello or gummies and 0 carbs. I have shown them in the past, and I do add some heavy whipping cream occasionally. Those aren't gonna be 0 carbs. Heavy whipping cream does have a little, depending on how much you use. But if you are looking at the packets of the gelatin, we're talking 5 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, and 2 protein. Now, to add flavor and sweetness, you know where I'm going. You know, Jordan's skinny syrups. These are like my go-to because there's so many different flavors available. Right now, I'm obsessing over the cotton candy flavor. You can even take just a glass of ice water, add a splash of your favorite Jordan's skinny syrup to it, and you have a flavored water. Okay, last but not least for today's video is gonna be your chaffle. A basic chaffle is gonna be 1 egg and your favorite cheese. Both of those were probably rounded down to make 0 carbs, but you're gonna be able to add whatever flavors that you want to it. So spicy, savory, sweet, salty, completely up to you. And again, you're gonna find tons of recipes over here on YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram for 0 carb chaffles. I feel like I went over a ton of stuff, and this video is going to be super long, so I'm gonna stop right here. But like I said at the beginning, I'm not gonna have time to go over all of those. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comments below. Tell me your favorite 0 carb snack, and I can add it to the next video. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go fix me something to eat, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope everyone has an amazing week, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bye.